Hey, this is Dave from Bay Stencil. I'm going to show you how to download an SVG file from Bay Stencil, that is an SVG of a bridged stencil, and use it inside Silhouette Go. Silhouette Go is a free application from the folks at Silhouette that allows you to incorporate SVGs and cut them on your Silhouette Cameo, for example. Now, if you've gotten an SVG from Bay Stencil, you received it either by an email or you actually went to a download page. You looked at something in the gallery and you downloaded it. But I'm going to pretend like I started inside email, and to do that, I'm going to open my email. And when I open my email, I see, oh, I've got this email from Bay Stencil that has a link to it to a download page. So since I've already bought the download, I'm just going to click on the Spider-Man and it's going to take me to the page. And I see that the page opens and I see a download link. So cut it yourself, digital download, what's in the download, free download. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And when I click on that, I'm going to bring the files down, bring a zip file down to my iPad. I'm going to click on download. And when it is done, it will give me a chance to open this. And I'm going to open it. I could open it in downloads, but I might have a hard time finding it if I did that. So I'm going to do save to files. I'm going to click on, tap on save to files, and save it on my iPad. Okay, now that I've got the SVGs, I've got that zip file and all the SVGs in it, I've got it on my iPad, then I'm going to go into Silhouette Go, and I'm going to say, okay, here's my blank canvas. I'm going to tap on the plus sign, and instead of looking in my library here, or looking in the store, I'm going to tap on the device. And I'm going to look inside the device for it. So on my iPad should contain a directory that we downloaded. That's the zip file. Okay, so it looks like I needed to unzip it before we did this because I didn't unzip it yet. Okay. Okay, I think I've used the Files app here to unzip this zip file successfully because I can see the directories inside it. So I'm going to go back now into Silhouette Go and see if I can import these. So this is on my iPad, and now I see this Bay Stencil Overflowing Teriyaki 4. And I'm going to open it here, and I'm going to see that I have the SVG layers, and I'm going to tap on SVG layers, and I'm going to import these one by one. So first I'm going to get the first one. I see that this is actually the white layer, and I don't need the white layer because I'm going to paint it on a white wall, so I'm not going to even cut the white layer. I'm going to just zero out of that right now. And I'm going to get the next two layers, and this is the second layer. Okay, and I want to make sure that it is grouped, so I'm going to tap on this thing right here to group, drag, select multiple objects, and then group to combine them. Okay, so I think that caused me to get all of these into one group. Let's check to make sure that's true. Yep, that's one group. And now I will add the other two. Let me make sure that those are also grouped. Okay. Oops, don't want to resize that. Be careful not to resize it. I'm going to make sure that it works together with these others. Now I will add the last layer. And make sure that is grouped together as well. Okay, so those are three pieces. The light blue, the red, and the dark blue. And the way I'm going to use these together, oh look, I did something really terrible. I did not, I resized that one. So this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to have one of your, you don't want to accidentally resize one of your layers, because then it doesn't fit with the other one. So when I try to line all these up, see that I lined the dark blue and the red line up perfectly, but when I try to align this one, the light blue does not align with the other two. So that one somehow got resized. I'm going to be really careful with this. So I'm going to upload that one again. And I'm going to tap on this group, and then I'm going to say, okay, that blue layer right there needs to go with the others. Okay, so those three are now totally the same size and the same scale. Now, in order to resize them all together, I'm going to click and drag, or tap and drag across all three of them, and release, and that's going to cause all of them to be selected. And see how I have this little handle here on the lower right hand corner? I'm going to resize them so that they fit on the mat. I'm going to bring them over. This is really important. If you resize one layer of this thing independently of the others, it will cut at a different size and scale, and you'll have a real big mess when you go to paint this stencil anywhere, because one of your layers will never register on the other two layers, and it'll always look terrible. So that's why you need to make sure that all your layers are always scaled together. So all these are going to go up and down together. If you got something that's not moving when you do this, then that means it's not grouped together, and you need to make sure that it's together. Okay, so now I've got those three layers on the pad. I'm ready to cut, so I'm going to go into my cutter operation here, and I think you should be able to take it from here. You'll cut one of these at a time. You won't cut all three together because you want to cut them into three different places. So I'm going to take 1, 2, and I'm going to leave them separate, and this is the one I'm going to cut now, so I'm going to tap cut and get started. Okay, that's it. This is Dave signing off from Bay Stencil.